Does your organisation have a diversity strategy? Do you understand what your demographics are, not only within your organisation, namely your workforce, but the demographics of your clients, the demographics of the population from which your clients come? In our diversity keynote addresses, our diversity workshops, and our consulting work in diversity, we help organisations identify what are the most important diversity initiatives for their organisation. If we focus on 3 or 4 key diversity areas, we know gender is a huge challenge for organisations. 52% of the Australian population is female, 45% of full-time jobs are occupied by women, and 75% of part-time jobs. And in recent years, we now have more than 50%, in fact 56% of university graduates are now women. What strategies do you have in place to tap into your women in your workforce? Increasingly, Generation X and Generation Y women not only want to have families, they want to have meaningful careers. Their mothers had jobs, their grandmothers, when they got married, no longer worked. And a large challenge for organisations is that many older managers and board members have not been exposed in the workplace to women who are career-minded. We need to change that by putting in place strategies that enable organisations to embrace gender diversity in a meaningful way and purely for economic and business reasons. If we look at cultural diversity, 53% of people living in Australia today were not born here or have one or both parents born overseas in one of more than 200 countries, speaking more than 100 languages other than English as first languages in the home. So cultural diversity is important not only for organisations as employers, but to actually understand their customer base, who like to do business in different ways and who like to actually be communicated with and interacted with in different ways. We have disability diversity, where today 20% of people living in Australia have a disability, and it doesn't mean that they're in a wheelchair or visually impaired. How do we embrace people with disabilities in the workplace and give them the job opportunities that they are looking for? And finally, think about generational diversity. Do you understand what motivates baby boomers versus what motivates Generation X versus what motivates Gen Y? Because it is certainly different for every single generation. And the way generations want to be communicated with is also different. So if you're looking for a diversity strategy, if you're looking for awareness sessions or workshops on different elements or combined elements of diversity, we can certainly help you with that. It is one of our passions, and it is an area in which we have done research and written books over the last decade.